everyone, it is Dawn Patrick here, your local Lancaster, PA real estate agent, and it's Tuesday, so it is the Tuesday 2-minute tip. Today's 2-minute tip, we have to have a conversation about the consumer notice. When you see the consumer notice, this isn't a contract, but when you meet a real estate agent, you want to make sure how they are representing you in a real estate transaction. So there's several different ways that we can represent clients, but I want to touch on a few today. If you're a seller that is selling your property this season, because spring and summer, we're getting into it right now, you would have a seller agent, and they are looking out for your best interests. They're trying to sell the home as quickly as possible, and they're working for the seller. The second agency you can have is a buyer agency, and the buyer agency contract deals with buyers. So if you have buyers that you're working with, you want to have a buyer agency contract because you're looking out for their best interests and what the buyer needs. Now, the third one I want to discuss is dual agency. And if you're selling your house this year, I want you to be very aware about what agents do and do not do dual agency. When the seller agent represents the seller, there's a buyer that maybe comes in and they're not represented by a buyer. So that seller agent can be a dual agent and represent both sides of the transaction. Now, if that's okay with the seller, then that's fine, but make sure you understand that that agent that is selling your house is also representing the buyers when they're buying your house. And you will see that in the listing contract. Now, for me personally, I do not do dual agency. It's like having your defense attorney and your prosecution attorney be the same person. I'm not fighting with myself. So if I represent a seller, that's all I'm doing. I'm just representing that seller. But if that seller wants to buy another house, I can certainly represent them on the buyer side if they would buy a house. But if a buyer comes in that a seller is selling their house and I'm representing them, I'm not doing both sides of the transaction. That's not my flow. That's not how I operate. So I just want to let you know the difference between the business relationships that we have as real estate agents and that dual agency. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me and let me know if you have any questions. I will be happy to answer them. So that's my Tuesday tip today. Hope it was helpful. I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.